Hello viewers, it's Super GT here and I'm back on Stock Car Challenge. So we're going to take the BMW X6 for a spin and try to beat as many people as possible. Now this thing, as you can probably see, is a bit of a beast, and I'll be dishing out hell to everyone in these lobbies, ending their careers and aspirations in one fell swoop. First race of which is at Rio. I can barely even see over the car on the chase cam, the close chase cam. So I'm just going to stick it up the inside here, keep myself to myself on the inside line. Now of course I'm packing a fair amount of muscle here, so to speak, so I can kind of just barge my way through if I want to, or just let everyone else do the work for me. And yes, your typical turn 1 carnage has ensued. I've ended up in 6th place of course, and then through the chicane I just get tapped around. Spanish guy in the S2000 goes through. Now there is a big line of cars right behind me here, so I'm going to have to try to make sure we get through this last corner nicely. Now the PI of this car is 497, top of C-Class is 500, so to be honest it's not too far off of the top of C-Class, but it is still a stock car and it's not a car I would normally choose, obviously, because, well, just look at it. It is an absolute monster, weighs about 8 tons, maybe more. And then, okay, so we're in 7th. That isn't too bad of a start. We did start outside the top 10. That's not a very good corner, just driving straight into the wall. S2000 just wipes out the Lotus, nearly wipes himself out, and then he just, well, he kind of does wipe himself out. And I go around the outside. It takes about 2 years to go around the outside there. Turning circle of this thing is about 8 miles, so it does take quite a long time to turn. And to be very patient, turn in perhaps a bit earlier than you normally would. So we're up to 5th. A couple of guys just behind, maybe 200-300 feet behind. So it's not going to be easy from here to the end. So coming through the last proper corner, then we come up to the long right, which I don't. It is a corner obviously, but I don't really class it as one because you can take it flat out very easily in this car. And there, just coming through under the bridge as we round out lap number 2. It did actually turn out to be an easy race, so as we come over the line at the end of lap 5, you can see I'm still in 5th. And the gap back to 6th place was quite big in the end. So my first race in the BMW X6 then, not too bad at all, beating at least 10 people there. So 16 I think finished, or at least stayed into the lobby to the end. So 10 people getting whooped by this thing. Just staggering stuff really. So we turn our attention to Spa, and we are going to go up the inside of the Subaru into the last source hairpin. Don't get taken out, that's always a good little bonus. Then we can momentarily see the power of this car as I go past the Subaru. But then at the end of lap number 1, that Subaru comes back past me, and well, you saw that, it just cuts the corner completely. Yeah, we have one of these guys on our case again. So that's end of lap 1, and then into the last source hairpin again. We can show our speed. He's going to turn across, he wants to block me, so I'm just going to use my muscle here and just make sure he stays on the outside. Just edge him out, and I've got the place, just bullying him there pretty much. But it's pretty fun when you've got this kind of car. You can kind of do that. And then, well, he's going to return the favour, shall we say, coming up the Kemmel straight into the Lacombe chicane. So coming in, I kind of blocked the inside line. Then he goes flying out of nowhere like John Cena and smashes me into the wall. And if I'm honest, that was very well done if that's what he wanted to do. In the end I did finish 8th, so still beating quite a few people. I'm in the top half, but not ideal getting wiped out, so we can try and get our revenge here at Road Atlanta. Let's see if things change. Off the line, car isn't too bad. Actually, in a straight line this thing is really quite good, and I think that's what I prefer. Subaru there, almost wiping me out. Comes across, not really paying attention to my location next to him. Then on the apex of 1, we again make contact, not once but twice. He gets away, Honda Civic goes flying past me. I drop to the outside of the top 10 as we go into the chicane at the top of the hill, before we wind back down the hill into the S's. I've gone back up into 9th. This is the short version of Road Atlanta, where we turn right here onto the very long turn as we enter back onto the back straight. So this is where hopefully this car can show a bit of its power as we come back onto the main straight here, or the back straight. This Volvo in front of me is just going to move across, so I'm going to move to the right hand side, obviously trying to just block me off there, fair enough. And the braking just on that first dotted line, and then there we go, Subaru has just wiped himself out, and 2 others, so that's the end of his dreams and aspirations for this race. He can say goodbye to try and beat me in this one. So it doesn't take long normally for a noob to wipe himself out. They usually don't even have to bother fighting him back, they'll just wipe themselves out for you. That often is the case for me, so no need to try and take my revenge on that guy. No cheating scum part 2, just he can do it himself on himself, so thank you for that. So now we've developed a battle, and look where I am. Yes, that's right, I'm in 6th place. It would not be a Super GT video without me in that place at one point, probably at the end. But let's see, because I'm going to try and beat this guy to 5th. It looks like the top 4 have developed somewhat a massive gap over us, so it doesn't look like I'll be able to reel them in at any serious pace, so that's not going to happen. The only chance here I have is 5th. Let's see what I can do. Again, I think I have the speed down this back straight. Just takes a little bit too long though to reel him in. He moves over to the inside. I'm not sure I don't think he really had to, but then again, you can't be too safe, I guess. So then over the crest, coming around to the end of lap number 2, the downhill right-hander, always a tricky one to get right. Just about manage it. This car does have good downforce, as you'd imagine, with those 8 tons pushing down into the track. It does give you decent grip, just a little bit slow to turn. Then into turn 1, I'm very guilty of watching the guy in front, and he drives off, I drive off as well. So wherever he will go, I will go too. We've both crashed off. It looks like we have a backmarker here who's just going to crash into a wall. So he's probably just got the game for Christmas, not really sure where he's going. And I recommend that driving into a wall is not the right thing to do. But then we move to the end of the race, so lap number 5, still in 6th place, but we have been caught by a Honda Civic. So we all know the Honda Civic, that one, the 97 Civic, very, very quick in C-Class. So it'd be very good if I can keep him at bay for the rest of this race. It's going to be tricky, so all I'm going to do here is plant myself on the inside line, so it forces him around the outside basically. And then hopefully down this back straight I've got the power to try to keep him at bay. We do have a couple of corners left, and he is going to get a run on me, I would imagine, through the chicane or on the exit. The Volvo there getting blocked off by the Peugeot backmarker, and then into the chicane. They make contact. It doesn't really affect the Volvo too much. He does get a poor line. The Honda Civic's on my outside. I'm going to get the run here though, on the inside into the final turn, and then coming through, we're just going to lean on. Well, I'm just going to lean on him, and then well, he just dies basically. There we can see in slow motion. That's just the end of his life pretty much. So he died. Unfortunate for him. That was a little bit dirty from me, but you know, I'm sure he'll forgive me when he sees this video. And you know, everyone had a laugh out of it. And you know, as much as I like to moan about the noobs, I guess I am one in the end. But there we go then, guys. That is Stock Car Challenge number 4,928 or something. I hope you enjoyed it. BMW X6 for you. Not a bad car actually, but one I wouldn't totally recommend using. Unless you want to have a bit of banter. So do suggest more for me to use for the Stock Car Challenge. And hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, hit the like button if you did like this video. Subscribe for more. And I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.